Log 04. The morning began with a lie. The sun, the silence, the smell of the forest. For a moment, I believed it was all just a nightmare, that the machines had simply vanished as they came. I started walking without a purpose, without binoculars in hand, just thinking. It's become normal to carry a rifle, normal to search through strangers' kitchens for canned food. Normal. I had become too comfortable, and in this world, that is the first step towards a shallow grave. A hunter! I saw it too late. A mountain of rusted iron and cold sensors, scanning the tree line with mechanical indifference. I watched him through the glass, heart hammering against my ribs, analyzing the way his hydraulic joints hissed with every micro-adjustment. I almost walked straight into his line of sight. One more step, and I would have been a stain on the grass. I need to get my head back in the game. Focus. I was so busy counting his sensors that I didn't hear the second one closing in from the flank. My heart stopped when I realized I was not the hunter, but the prey that had casually strolled into an ambush. It was that split second where the adrenaline overrides everything but one single thought: run. My bazooka roared, and the old workshop became my final fortress. When the silence returned, I saw how close I came. Death only grazed me this morning, just enough to remind me that there are no vacations here. I stared at my hands for a long time afterward, watching them shake, realizing how thin the line between survival and silence really is. Every breath I take now feels borrowed, a debt I'll have to pay back to the machines eventually. The world hasn't changed, but I have. I'm no longer just a ghost in the woods. I'm a target that just got lucky. And luck is a resource that's running dangerously low. Iboholmen Castle. Once a proud fortress, now just a pile of stones hiding new demons. As I climbed those ramparts, I felt my legs failing me. Not from physical effort, but from the morning's shock. Death is walking with me today. It's not hiding. It's just waiting for me to blink, to miss one shot. They attacked like rabid dogs, from all sides. One, another, a third. No end to them.
That must have been the thing that wiped out the squad. My platoon fought one of those too.
In one moment, as they were surrounding me, I thought, this is it. Today is that bad day. But stubbornness is a hell of a drug. I survived the ruins. I found the data, the beach. Answers are close.
What? An enemy emitter? So they managed to locate the enemy's landing site? Just a second. It's a small beach near the ruins, called Kalviken.
Kalviken is one of my absolute favorite places. Not easy to access, though. You'll see. Let's hope we can understand what we're up against.
Therese speaks of the beach as a paradise. I see a graveyard of containers. Green, red, washed up like steel whales. I watch from above, my hand shaking on the sniper's trigger. Every movement in the sand looks like a threat. They didn't just send them, they brought them. Therese thinks the containers were Trojan horses, activated in the heart of our population. As I move between these rusted husks, I can hear it, a low-frequency hum, the jagged buzz of electricity still coursing through the wiring inside. Pontus says the enemy knows the terrain too well. This was not a random machine invasion. This was a surgically precise execution. Someone sat at a table and planned every single container. Who has the logistics to ship an entire army in silence? This isn't just a glitch or a rogue AI. This is an invasion planned with a cold, human-like efficiency. Someone mapped our shores, calculated our response times, and delivered our extinction in neat, color-coded boxes.
Good job. We didn't want those to come alive all of a sudden.
So, is that what happened? Containers secretly dropped all over the place, chock full of machines, just waiting to be activated and kill us.
Well, I think this was a carefully thought out and executed operation. Our enemy had to be very familiar with the local terrain to choose this beach, of all places.
You're right. None of this is random. But those machines were made somewhere, and we have to find out for what purpose and who's behind this.
Serial numbers. Wait, I write them down. Huh. All the letters are common to both the Cyrillic and Latin alphabets.
Those codes, Cyrillic, Latin, like some secret language of the executioners. This was not a random machine invasion. Skarven bunker. Before it, a camp. A hunter was waiting. This time, I pulled the bazooka first. An explosion, smoke, the scream of metal. And then, the dance around the tree. If someone had told me my fate would depend on an old tree trunk as I played cat and mouse with a pack of runners, I would have laughed. A comedy in the middle of a tragedy. But then, the silence of the camp. Dead soldiers, one by the fire, another on a cot, a third locked in an embrace with the machine that killed him. This was not a battle. This was a massacre. Today is the worst day of my life. Every step breaks me a little more inside. And then the bunker. The air inside was dead, smelling of rusted iron and old fear. My footsteps on the metal stairs echoed too loud, signaling my arrival to whatever was lurking in the depths. I could feel the weight of the mountain pressing down, a concrete tomb waiting to be sealed. The gas mask, the yellow poison corroding your lungs. I flipped the light and saw hell, a pile of bodies in the dark. I don't know what they died of, but I know their death was easier than mine, because I have to stay.
Right, Saltholem Church. This is where the people from Vestland went to meet the soldiers who had seen the machines building something.
Saltholem Church, a sanctuary for the tired and the defeated. Tonight, I will not clean my rifle. Tonight, I will just try to fall asleep without a scream in my head. I'll just stare at the dust motes dancing in the faint light until my eyes refuse to stay open. The stale smell of old incense is a strange comfort, a fleeting echo of a time when the world still made sense. Tomorrow I hope for a better day, because this one today, this one almost won. Log 04, end.